today I'm going to be working on making a tool. I think you all may recognize this. This is a handle broach for digging out the wood to get your hidden tang to fit in the wood. So basically, if I have a piece of wood like this, you drill some holes in here, you take this fella and you just start scraping the wood away from the hole. And that way, when you've got a knife that you're doing a hidden tang, you can slide the knife in the hole, get the fit up, all that good stuff. So I bought these a couple years ago. These are made by Black Dragon Forge. I think I bought them, when I bought them, they were like $20 a pop, $25 a pop. And back then I was kind of offended that I had to pay that much for one of these. Then I got them, and this one, the blade kept popping out of the handle, and so I had to glue it in there and whatever, and then eventually it broke. So I have this one, and it's been working fine, but I'm assuming eventually it's going to break. So nowadays these are selling for $35-40 a piece, and I don't know, people need to be ashamed of themselves for that. But anyway, I'm gonna make my own, and I'm gonna make one that you can actually swap the blade out. I have an idea and I haven't made it yet, so hopefully it works. Here's what we're gonna need. A jigsaw blade. I grabbed these ones because they're 5 inches long, which is actually longer than the broach I currently have, so it should be awesome. A little piece of round bar, and this round bar is 5/16. And then a little piece of steel that we're going to make a collar from, a couple set screws, and then chunk of wood for the handle. So my idea is to take this round bar, cut a slot in it so that the tang of this blade will slide right into the slot, and then I'm going to take this piece of square bar and I'm going to drill a hole in it 5/16 so that this will slide inside, and then I'll kind of round off the corners. I'm going to drill 2 holes in this that these set screws will fit into, and then what I'll do is I'll slide this in with the collar over it, and then I'll tighten the set screws down so it smashes the steel around the tang and holds it in there. And then that'll be in there like this. There'll be a handle. Just going to drill a hole in this for, basically this will be the tang. It'll slide up in there, and I'll have a handle, shape the handle. And then if you want to swap out blades, you can just loosen the set screws, pull it out, put a new one in, whatever the case. But what I'll probably do with this is take some of these higher teeth off, maybe shape this a little bit so I can get a little more digging action inside of the handle. I should have measured first, but I just found out that the thickness of this cutoff disc is the exact thickness of that jigsaw blade. So I'm gonna finish cutting the slot with this. And perfect. Now this tang piece should fit right in there snugly, and then this should fit inside of there. Perfect. The next thing we need to do is drill 2 holes in the side of this, and those holes will be the diameter that matches your set screws, whatever size that's going to be, to tap the threads so that you can screw your set screws into there. So I changed my mind. I'm doing 1 hole with 1 set screw, mainly because I didn't have the right size tap for the smaller set screw that I had. So I do have a 1/4 20 tap. I think everyone on the planet has a 1/4 20 tap. So I'm using a 1/4 20 set screw. All right, that is in there nice and tight. So now that I know this works, what I'm going to do is basically cut this off so it's not sticking so far out, and then I'm going to round this sleeve off so it's not so big and blocky. And I think that is what I'm after. So next step is to drill a hole in the block, so that this will fit up into there like that. And then we're going to shape this block up just a little bit and then glue it up so that we have a handle on our broach. Because there's a lot of pulling motion on this tool, I decided I'm going to put a pin in here so there's no chance of this pulling out. Alright, so here is the finished product. I think it's going to work. It does exactly what I want to. So this blade's in there good. If I wanted to change a blade, loosen this set screw, pull this out like that. What I'll probably do is put a flat on this right here, just so it's lined up in the right area. But yeah, it's I think it'll be good. And this thing, it cost me about The only thing I had to personally buy are the blades. I actually have some here somewhere, but I couldn't tell you where they are. They're in a box somewhere. Everything else I used is scrap, so this basically cost me time, and that's it. So hopefully this helps. I think this took me a total of about an hour and a half to make. And on a side note, when I'm making tools, I don't really spend too much extra time trying to make them pretty. I mean, I'm just going to get them all dirty and messed up anyway. When I'm making knives, it's a whole different story. I take all the time I need to make those right.